Mott.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN is presented by Taco Bell's Grilled Stuffed Nacho, the first nachos designed not to be shared. Live Más. And in part by Cars.com. All drive, no drama. Well, maybe some drama here in the ninth inning at a 1-1 tie in the great city of Chicago. We're at Wrigley Field with the Reds and Cubs tied at 1. Jason Amott into the game for the Cubs, facing the 2-3-4 hitters for the Reds. Mott has been terrific for the Cubs this year. Tommy John a couple of years ago, the former Cardinal. As he faces Joey Votto. Mott has recorded 11 straight scoreless appearances covering 8 2/3 innings. The opponent's hitting just 103, 3 for 29 against him in his last 11 appearances. But this won't be easy with Votto, Frazier, and Bruce up for Cincinnati.
And this is not a real good matchup for him, given he's not a guy that commands the fastball very well, to a guy with a lot of patience. I don't think he takes it, but this is a green light situation for a guy like this.
And a knee-high strike, 3-1.
Knee-high
to a grasshopper.
Pitcher's down.
Lower end of the knee.
Yeah. The hollow of the knee.
Yes.
Shin.
Yeah, it's called a ball.
3-2. Votto a ground out, a fly ball, and a double tonight. One of the key plays of the game. Brandon Phillips, after a review, the call overturned and he was ruled out. And that foul ball, I believe, hit first base umpire Ron Culpa.
I saw two words there. Smoked me.
That was a pitch from Aroldis Chapman in the bullpen that caught him.
Yeah, that gives a new definition to smoked.
You watch where this ball's coming from.
Oh yeah, it is Chapman.
Oh
wow.
Oh, wow.
Never saw it coming.
Yeah. Pretty good chance that was 90-ish plus.
He just threw another one down the line.
Well, you got to feel real good about jumping in the box against him tonight.
Well, the good thing is the fans and the bullpen aren't really letting him have it.
This, of course, one of the few parks where the bullpens are still down the line. It's kind of in play.
Literally on the field.
Yeah.
Hey, you can draw dirt on the pitcher's mound with a foul or with a ball, and they can still might call it fair. It's right there. I used to hate left field. Every time you hit a fly ball, you had to contend with the wind, the sun, and the pitcher's mound. You gonna throw Chapman out? Is that what he's going down there for?
For those of you looking for SportsCenter, it's currently airing over on ESPN2 with John Anderson and John Abuchagras. Of course, a look back at Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Warriors defeating the Cavaliers. Max Scherzer threw a one-hit, 16-strikeout shutout today. And the Blue Jays remain baseball's hottest team as they win their 11th in a row.
That Scherzer game had a little Kerry Wood in it. The only hit was a jam shot, broken bat.
Well, Max Scherzer became just the 5th pitcher in the modern era to throw a shutout with no hits or one hit and at least 16 strikeouts. Kerry Wood is one of the others. Brandon Morrow, Curt Schilling, and Nolan Ryan, who did it 4 times. He did it as much. He's done it as much as every other pitcher in baseball history combined. Base hit for Votto. And the leadoff man is aboard in the 9th for the Reds.
And no intents to ruin lists like that. Everybody does it once, and he does like no hitters.
We talk about a guy who's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, and Jason Mott's just rearing back and let's see what we can do. Ball's tailing away. Good pitch to, it's a tough pitch to pull, especially pull in the air, but Votto gets out in front of it just enough to get it past Addison Russell for a leadoff single.
So now Todd Frazier. 0 for 3 tonight. A 1-1 tie. The leadoff man aboard for the Reds in the top of the 9th inning, trying to earn a split in the 4-game series. Ooh, check swing foul off right near the inside corner of the Reds dugout, and it's 0-2.
Well, here's where you're Todd Frazier. You battle. You got to battle.
Center field and deep. Fowler back. Fowler turns, and it's into the ivy. Votto on his way to third. He will be held there on a double by Frazier. His major league leading 38th extra base hit of the season.
And they weren't going to risk sending another runner with no outs to try to score on this play. But 0-2 pitch for Jason Mott. Look at David Ross wants an out down, and he gets it up. And Frazier, you know, all you have to do is put the barrel on the ball with the velocity that Mott's throwing with and the height of the pitch. You just get on top of that ball, it's going to go a long way. But, you know, Dexter Fowler, he kind of drifted back on that ball knowing he wasn't going to catch it, but it froze Joey Votto.
Intentional walk now coming to Bruce. Brian Pena, the on-deck hitter. Nobody up in the Cubs pen.
It's like there's so many different things. I don't like to hear that.
You know, here's a situation. You're Joe Madden. You got to get the force at home. Mott has to make a pitch down in the zone, preferably running down and away from Pena, and see if he can get a roll over to Addison Russell or Anthony Rizzo.
Pena, a switch hitter, hitting from his strong side. Hitting .330 on the year as a left-handed batter. Infield in on the cut of the grass for the Cubs. Outfielders shallow and playing Pena to hit the ball the other way. Checked it, and it's 1-1.
I think this hole at bat, Pena's got to think the other way.
Popped up. And a very shallow center. Fowler makes the catch for the first out. Now Suarez. As we mentioned a little bit earlier tonight, Cincinnati is dead last in the majors as a team on the season, batting with runners in scoring position. 207.
Could explain why Jim Riggman was sending Brandon Phillips in the fourth inning there, or sixth inning. Got a guy throwing it at home.
Suarez fouls it off. He has been a tough out in this series. Friday night, 10th inning, 2-on-1 out. A bouncer through the drawn-in infield. And that run stood up with the difference as Cincinnati wins 5-4. He also hit a home run last night in a losing cause for the Reds.
And now the shortstop Castro and second baseman Russell can move back for try to turn a double play. A little more margin for error on the ground ball now. So the one with the infield in.
What are you trying to do as a hitter right here?
You know, you try to keep that front shoulder in and try to just
trying to hit a ball
shoot
in the air?
Everything the other way. Yeah. I mean, hit it hard.
Right.
But I just always thought it was hard to hit a ball the other way on the ground. It doesn't happen a lot.
Right.
So that's why I always thought if you try to keep the ball the other way, it keeps you from rolling over, and you can lift the ball the other way.
Oh, and 2.
It's a 97 right there.
He's got to make a pitch right here instead of throw something hard.
He threw an 0-2 pitch to Frazier. Didn't hit the double up the center field wall.
Out of the zone, ball 1.
Does that pitch tell you anything?
He's overthrown. Well, I mean, Jason has been a classic overthrower. I was hoping after the surgery he would kind of ease back, because painting the ball at 94 is every bit as good, if not better, than throwing the ball as hard as you can at 97. He needs to make a pitch instead of make a throw.
And he did. 2 down.
Oh, right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Trying to go away. Froze everybody.
And Suarez knew it.
Oh, man, how can you not?
Yeah.
Now Negron. Upstairs, ball 1. Negron is 1 for 3.
Dan, I'm sorry. That pitch right there that he set up down and away, and that ball couldn't have been farther from the glove. So I think as a hitter, you look for a ball in your spot until you get the 2 strikes, because he's clearly not going to locate consistently in a spot. Like, oh.
This one will find the seats. The bases were loaded with nobody out. A Votto single, a Frazier double, an intentional walk to Bruce. Then Pena with a fly ball to shallow center for out number 1. Suarez strikes out for out number 2. And now it's up to Negron. Trying to break the tie here in the top of the 9th.
Frazier and Bruce on second and first respectively they have to get big leads and big secondary leads on any ground ball hit in the hole. They have to beat the throw to the base to get this run in.
1 and 2.
Which I don't know if Mott's going to let him put it in play.
Shallow center. And Mott gets out of it.
The College World Series continues tomorrow at 3 on ESPN2.
What is that? It's a time machine.
Today,
Let's take this thing out for a spin.
buy Project Almanac on Blu-ray
We're gonna be so rich.
and get a card worth $10 off any movie ticket.
I was gonna buy one of these or 17 Toyota Corollas. I love time travel.
Project Almanac. Buy it on Blu-ray today.
Call Carrie.
Calling Aunt Ethel.
No.
John, is that you?
Hey, Ethel.
Sometimes life can get a little complicated. Your sandwich doesn't have to be. Oscar Mayer Deli Fresh is made with 100% turkey breast that's sliced and sealed at the peak of freshness. It's deli quality every time.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you may find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
But you're not even covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
Or how you may be covered for this, but not for something like this. Talk to farmers and see what gaps could be hiding in your coverage.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
There's nothing worse than feeling like a coward. You never want to feel like, I'm afraid, I'm scared. That's when you start to die.
Taco Bell tequila.
When LaQuinta.com sends Craig Wilson a ready-for-you alert the second his room is ready, you know what he becomes?
Great proposal. Let's talk more over golf.
Great.
How about over tennis?
Even better.
A game changer. The ready-for-you alert only at LQ.com.
16 wide eyes. Driver's license took 2 tries. Bought a Roadster secondhand. Playing parties with the band. Loaded up. Off to state. Hijinks. Tailgates. Starter. Midsize. Family cruising. Now in the garage, something new reminds you of when you were you.
Well, he can smile now. He got himself into quite a mess, and then he got himself out of it. Jason Mott, bases loaded, nobody out, and the Reds don't score. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Cubs won in the bottom of the ninth last night on an RBI single by Starlin Castro.
I'd say Mott hit his pitch limit
for the week.
Baxter trying to bunt his way aboard. Baxter, David Ross, although Miguel Montero is out on the on-deck circle in Ross's spot. And then the pitcher spot. We've still got Chris Denorfia on the bench. Out of play left side.
Didn't David Ross just hit a double his last at bat?
He did. Edwin Jackson up in the Cubs pen. Baxter 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts tonight. And he got him. Another pitch that appeared to be wide of the zone, but it's been a wide strike zone tonight. And Baxter strikes out for the 4th time. Now Miguel Montero will bat for Ross.
Good luck. I mean, just and a breaking ball, not like it's 95 and gets on you quick.
Well, it was a breaking ball that never entered the strike zone.
Never. And this is interesting.
Well, Montero's been hot. He's got 3 home runs in the last 4 games.
I understand that, but now if Denorfia has to hit after this, he's out of bench players.
Yes.
And you're looking at extra innings.
Yeah. I guess Joe Maddon's saying, you know, why not try to get it done against Hoover instead of Chapman in the game. But
it's not like you're firing up David Ross up there. Doesn't have a chance. But he knows his personnel better than us.
A very short bench, and it's about to be all used up once Denorfia comes up. Assuming Montero doesn't end the game before that happens. 1-2 the count. Denorfia on deck in the pitcher spot.
I thought we might see Travis Wood.
That's a good bat they can use. Yep.
Well, you wonder if Montero doesn't get on base, if he keeps Denorfia for perhaps another inning or so, and lets Travis Wood hit now. But there he's standing. But
and Montero strikes out.
what a bounce back year for J.J. Hoover. Last year is big time struggles for him. This year so far he's been solid in this game especially.
Now Denorfia. Limited at bats, 16 for 38. 2 outs, nobody on. Tie game in the bottom of the ninth. Denorfia has been on the DL twice this year with a hamstring strain.
The one thing you can say about this strike zone, it's been consistent. It also answers the question why it's only 1-1.
A little bit too wide, ball 2.
But you have to know that as a hitter.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You can argue and complain all you want, but it's been that way the whole game. You know it.
I think if you ask players, pitchers and catchers, or pitchers and hitters, the one thing I need, strike 1 to be strike 3, and ball 1 to be ball 4 as a hitter, and not the consistency. The challenge, though, when you go east and west like that, that's an unhittable pitch on the ball away. Up and down, you can do something about.
Close, but outside. Not a strike, and it's 3-2. Here comes Frazier. Hitting over. We will go to extra innings here at Wrigley Field. The Reds and the Cubs are tied at 1. Edwin Jackson making his way into the game.
Did you know that DirecTV has 99% signal reliability? But don't just take my word for it. Take it straight from my horse's mouth.
You were expecting a horse, but you got a goat, and no one wants a goat. DirecTV don't give you goats, they give you reliable service. Hannah, I think we just nailed this ad.
Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Save big on great Father's Day gifts at Bass Pro Shops, like savings of 50% on Hobbs Creek men's polos and poplins. Save 40% on Bass Pro Brawler spinning combos. Plus free catch and release ponds and giveaways this weekend.
Well, the bleachers are all ready to go. The left field bleachers opened up about a month ago. The right field bleachers just in the last week. Center and right field bleachers. And a good crowd at the beginning of the night, better than 33,000. It has thinned out as we go into extra innings here in Chicago. I'll look at some of the big plays here tonight. This Brandon Phillips trying to score from first on a double, and after a replay review, the call was overturned. And he was ruled out, so the Reds got just 1 run in the top of the 6th inning. Cubs got the run back in the bottom of the 7th on a sacrifice fly by Dexter Fowler, scoring David Ross, and it's 1-1 going to the 10th. New pitcher for the Cubs is Edwin Jackson. Jackson has been a starter most of his career, pitching out of relief. Pitching in relief for the Cubs this year. 2-1 with a 2.79 ERA. Miguel Montero stays in to catch, and Brennan Bosch will be the pinch hitter for the Reds, batting in the pitcher spot. And a fly ball into shallow center for Fowler. 1 pitch, 1 out. So here comes Billy Hamilton again. Hamilton 2 for 3, a single and a double, and 3 stolen bases.
Well, this is the same at bat for Billy Hamilton. Every at bat should be. Put it on the ground, use your speed. I mean, you see Rizzo's even with the base. Addison Russell is shortened up, but a push bunt right here to Rizzo keeps creeping in, but a push bunt right here past Edwin Jackson, it's a base hit.
Well, there are a lot of guys that are so fast that it doesn't need to be flawless. It doesn't need to be executed perfectly, and he's one of them.
I think Edwin Jackson's a pretty good athlete. You want to get it past him if you do.
Or make him take 5 or 6 steps to come and get it.
Yeah. The thing is, he's worked himself in favorable counts.
Yeah. There should be a take or a swing where he falls over because he's got his pitch to crutch.
And he takes a strike.
That's the one thing when you have a guy that's not hitting for a high average, you know, you wonder why sometimes they stay there. They get ahead in the count, everything's in their favor. Minor leagues, he's definitely swinging, but now that he's struggling, you get a take 2-0.
And he takes another. Rizzo's backed up now at first. Outside, a full count. And now if you're Jackson, you just got to throw a strike and see how far Billy Hamilton can hit one, right?
Well, that's been his bugaboo for years, though. His fastball command is never this. I mean, he came up at 20, and he was a special arm. He's still kind of pitching the same way he was, 10, 15 years ago.
And he walked him. The fastest man in the game is at first base with one out here in the 10th.
And now it's going to be interesting to see just how big a lead that Billy Hamilton gets. And if he's going to steal because of the lefty in the bullpen with Votto coming up next, this would be a great time for Billy Hamilton to go against the righty Jackson.
Montero just into the game this inning behind the plate after pinch hitting last inning. Votto on deck. Hamilton with a major league leading 29 stolen bases. Not nearly as big a lead as he had with Lester. You were looking at the same thing.
I was looking at the same thing.
Still big.
It's still a big lead, but I mean,
it's a one-way lead, though.
2 feet way out there the last time.
So against Lester, he had the left foot beyond the cut of the grass.
Yeah, now he's just got the right one.
And guys, this year, Edwin Jackson has allowed 3 steals in 3 attempts. He's been a guy who's been run against a lot in his career. 2 years ago, 18 steals in 20 attempts. Last year, 14 steals. So there would seem to be opportunity here.
It's definitely a lost art.
Not going. Fouled off 0-2.
Oh. He's taking some really weird swings tonight.
Yeah, it's like he's picking the ball up late or something.
He's almost swinging like he's hurt.
And he's coming off a groin injury. First start in 5 days, but
I wonder if that's it. Two's a tough time to run, but this could be one where he thinks Jackson might try to throw a breaking ball to strike out Phillips 0-2.
Or do they pitch out?
Montero's way out there.
He's going. And the ball hits him. He had it stolen anyways. His 4th stolen base of the game.
He got the little bigger lead. Looked like his back foot was even with the cutout, and he just as soon as Edwin Jackson lifted that leg, he popped out, and Montero got a decent pitch to throw on, but looked like he had a little trouble getting out of his glove, and then he threw that 2-seamer sinker into Billy Hamilton's rib cage.
Ties his career high, 4 steals in a game. Go ahead run at second with 1 out in the top of the 10th.
We have something in common.
4 steals in a game.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Once. But I shut it down.
For the season, or
that was Houston. They Mike Scott or Nolan Ryan was pitching or something.
So a base hit here could give the Reds the lead. Reds just 1 for 8 tonight with runners in scoring position. On the appeal, he went 2 down.
Now decision for Joe Madden. Do you walk Votto to get to Frazier, or do you bring in the lefty to pitch to Votto, which that normally doesn't matter to him? I think Joe right now
And there's the
there
call.
He goes.
Yep. Roska coming on to face Votto. Tied at 1, 10th inning.
When you get up to 50% off thousands of hotels with Travelocity, it means you can also afford to get up to 50% epicer epic rides, making it the place to find a place for summer escapes.
Go and smell the roses!
Here's your forecast. Rain, 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 rain all week long.
Except today. Looks like it's gonna be a hot one.
Let your man out. Brute, the essence of man.
My brother's betrayal told me that blood guarantees nothing.
Alive, the Sam gives the people hope. Dead, you'll be forgotten.
You've inspired people.
Only a monster would do such a thing.
Tyrant season premiere Tuesday at 10 on FX.
Not the vast frozen plains or a wall of mountains. Nothing would get between him and what he was after. Some called him obsessed. We call him Mr. Coors. And the pure Rocky Mountain water he hunted down is still used to brew the beer that bears his name. Coors, the banquet beer.
So Joe Madden has gone to his bullpen for a left-hander, Zach Roska, in a 1-1 tie here in the 10th inning. Billy Hamilton's at second. With one out of the 10th inning, Joey Votto will be the batter. Roska has been very tough on left-handed batters. They are just 3 for 25 against him this season, as he makes his 25th appearance of the season. But this is no ordinary left-handed batter. Joey Votto having a very strong season and hitting over 300 on the year against left-handed pitching. Although he has struck out in all 3 of his at-bats against Roska. Votto and Montero having quite an extended conversation. You can see Todd Frazier looming on deck. Go ahead run at second. 2 down in the 10th inning. Fouled off 0-1.
There's that first pitch again.
First pitch he tried to jump and he got on him a little quicker than he thought, though.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony Gwynn used to do that. He'd take, and then 9th inning, extra innings,
fourth at bat,
sneak
fifth at
attack.
bat. Yep. I think too, a lot of times you're hitting off the catcher. The catcher has started you out 3 times with this or that. You get your third pitcher in there, and smart hitters, I think Tony sometimes hit off of a catcher he knew was commanding the ball game.
He's going. Pitch in for a strike and no throw. Hamilton with his 5th stolen base of the game.
And I'm surprised Chris Bryant even ran over to third. But you're opening up a big hole by doing that. And Votto has the ability to shoot the ball the other way.
Does this reduce the chances of a slider now at 1 and 2?
No, it can't.
No, but I honestly think Votto's upset that he ran.
Yeah.
Because he saw him run, he took the pitch, and now it's 1 and 2. Look how spread out he is, though.
Good block by Montero.
Every pitch you have to anticipate something bad happening if you're the catcher. And you see Montero right there, just
that was
perfect execution. Yeah. That ball was way off the plate.
Loop to left. And the inning is over. Votto retired with a go-ahead run at third base. And we're going to the bottom of the 10th. A big out for Roscoe. Cubs coming up, trying to win it.
Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build me a mountain, at least I hope I will. Gonna build
We took some of our best thinking and put it into this. Introducing the all-new Honda HR-V crossover.
I only know I'm gonna try. Gonna build me a daydream from a little.
The Father's Favorites Essential Sale is on right now at Men's Warehouse. Select suits are on sale for $199.99. Select sport coats for $99.99. Plus, buy one, get one free on even more, including clearance. Only at Men's Warehouse.
America, New Yorkers love all natural Snapple, and we want you to love it too.
Snapple's born in New York. It's one tradition that's never going out of style.
Snapple is more than just a drink.
It's got simple ingredients, real sugar, real tea. Salud.
Every time I open this and I hear that pop.
New Yorkers love it. You're gonna love it too.
Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field as we go to the bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 1 here on Sunday Night Baseball. Both bullpens have been good tonight. Manny Parra getting a big out. J.J. Hooper, 2 innings, 3 strikeouts tonight.
Big strikeouts.
Yeah. For the Cubs, Rondon worked a shutout inning. Mott got out of a bases-loaded, nobody out jam. Zach Roscup getting Joey Votto to fly out, stranding a runner at third, and now Burke Badenhop is into the game for Cincinnati. Philosophical question for you guys. Last night, and we all know, and this is not a Brian Price thing, this is a just about every manager in baseball thing. You're on the road, tie game, 9th inning or later, you don't use your closer. They save their closer for a save situation. So last night, Chapman never pitches. Cingrani comes in, Reds lose. Tonight, Chapman was up. He's not coming in to pitch. Badenhop comes in. Who knows what's going to happen here? And again, this is not to jump on Price. Everybody does this. But you give up 1 run, you lose the game. Isn't that as important a situation as there is? I know it's not a save situation, but do you guys agree with the book in this situation?
Well, I think what you have to think about is if you bring in Chapman in this inning, he's only going to pitch 1 inning. So he gets out of this inning. You have to bring these guys in eventually. You have to assume that he's not going to give up a run.
Right.
But you have to bring this guy in at some point.
But you could go out and get 3 in the top half of the 11th.
Really?
And
that's happened a lot tonight. I honestly think
you know what I'm saying.
I think it should matter who's up and when they're hitting.
I think it matters. Your bullpen matters too. I mean, if you bring in Chapman, and I'm partially with you. I think it's hard. It'd be hard to lose a game with the bullpen if your best pitcher doesn't pitch. But it's also one of those things where managers will tell you it's a 162 game schedule. I'm going to need everybody.
1-2, the count on Addison Russell.
And then you're telling the rest of your bullpen, like, I don't think you guys can do this. So I'm going to bring my closer in a non-save situation just because I want to prolong the game so I don't have to get to you guys.
SportsCenter currently airing on ESPN2.
But I think in this situation, when you look, after Russell, you have Fowler, who's obviously a better hitter right-handed than left, but then you have Rizzo. And, if you're a Reds fan, who would you rather see facing Rizzo in the 10th inning?
Nobody.
Russell, a ground out, an infield hit and a walk. And a fly ball to right field. 1 down. Now Fowler. Fowler 0 for 3 tonight on 3 fly ball outs, and then he hit a sacrifice fly in the 7th inning. That is the only Cubs run of the night. Tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 10th.
I think what'd be more frustrating is if he gets Fowler out and Rizzo hits a walk-off homer, knowing that Chapman's down in the bullpen. But that's why we talk about it, and they have to figure it out.
Rizzo waiting on deck.
I don't know if Dexter Fowler could bunt at all, but Brandon Phillips got a bag going back on the grass, and Joey Votto's back on the grass.
Lines it foul.
I'm not sure Batenop has anything to make Rizzo swing and miss.
Both teams are in action tomorrow night. The Cubs stay home. They take on the Indians. The Reds are headed to Detroit. It's been a strike all night. It's been a wide zone all night. Left-handed batters have been frustrated with the outside part of the strike zone.
When you go back out there?
Absolutely.
Maybe instead of 3 or 4 inches off the plate, you go 5 or 6.
Well, that's command. You know, you do that if you can do it. Not a lot of guys can do it. See, that's not even a competitive pitch right there. You didn't get any offer. You didn't get any. You didn't set up anything. 2-2 is about making a pitch because you want to stay away from this count.
Fly ball to left. 2 down. So now Rizzo, who is 0 for his last 15. But again, has hit the ball hard on 3 occasions tonight. He is 0 for 4 overall, 3 fly balls and a strikeout. The shift is on.
Pitch. Problem is he throws that leak. That ball leaks back out over, so he's got no margin for error making that pitch.
And we mentioned that on occasion Rizzo will push a bunt against the shift. Kruk, would you like to see it in this
situation? Not with 2 outs.
No? Try to win the game with one swing?
Not unless he pushes it hard enough he can get at second base.
Moot point now anyways, 0-2. Chris Bryant on deck. Badenhop out in front of ball and 2 strikes. And Rizzo chases away to strike out and end the inning. We're going to the 11th. Todd Frazier with 18 home runs on the season will lead it off for the Reds.
Put your hand over your heart. Is it beating? Good. Then my Nutrition Heart Health Mix is for you. It's a wholesome blend of peanuts, pecans, and other delicious nuts, specially mixed for people with hearts. I said people with hearts. Because heart health is important. That's why I've researched, optimized, and packaged this mix just for you. Not you. So if you have a heart, start optimizing your nutrition with my Nutrition. Planters. Nutrition starts with nuts.
I can't be bargained with. Can't be reasoned with. I don't feel pity or fear. And I will not stop until the machines rule this world. You are nothing but a relic.
Sorry!
I'll be back.
Terminator Genesis.
I think gave you one. Yep.
We go to the 11th inning at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN with Todd Frazier leading it off for the Reds. Has a double and 4 at bats tonight. Not just a baseball star, the national punt, pass, and kick champion back in 1997. He's won a national championship in football at the Pee Wee level. Won a Little League World Series championship for New Jersey over Japan. Went 4 for 4. Also closed the game. Once had a 27 rebound game in high school as a member of the basketball team. Defeated over 500 opponents to win the Reds Fest poker tournament, and apparently is as good at ping pong as anything. Other than that, he's got nothing going for him.
That's why he had the cards out in the clubhouse. Said, let's play one hand for $3 million. And I said, what are we playing? He said, I'll let you know when it's over.
I think it was smart to walk away there, John.
He can afford it. If I was getting paid what you were getting paid, I'd have done it. But
Zach Roskup remains in the game for the Cubs.
There's no coincidence there. When you guys that win, guys that are leaders, guys, and that speaks to a bigger thing, is that, you know, here's a kid who played all the sports, didn't specialize, didn't play travel, all that junk. He played all the sports, and he's a phenomenal athlete because of it.
From Toms River, New Jersey. Went to Rutgers and broke his older brother's home run record at Rutgers. He'll be followed by Jay Bruce and Brian Pena.
Right there.
thing that's amazing about it, when I watched him take batting practice today, it was, you know, he was going out of right field as easily as he was going out of left.
Up high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Jay Bruce. Roskup getting Joey Votto to fly out, stranding Billy Hamilton at third in the 10th. And he gets Frazier, and Frazier is steamed. Joining a growing number of hitters on both sides who have thought the strike zone has been too big tonight.
That's how he's got to watch. You can't get thrown out of this game. The bench is already being used. Got to stay in. You never know how long this game's going to last. That one actually might have been a strike.
According to K-Zone, that one was more of a strike than a number of the others we've seen tonight. Now Jay Bruce. A run on 7 hits for the Reds, a run on 6 hits for the Cubs as Cincinnati bats here in the 11th.
I guarantee you, Jay Bruce has the green light here, 2-0.
Yeah.
Slider, 2-1.
And that's knowing a hitter struggling.
That's also,
you know, he's going to be aggressive. Yeah. He wants to put the team ahead. Nice slider down the way, and he swung at a fastball, unfortunately.
But when you go from AA to AAA to the big leagues, that's one of the things I think that changes dramatically from an offensive perspective and from a pitching perspective. Fastball counts don't mean fastball, especially at this level. And one of the challenges for a pitcher is you've got to be able to throw a fastball and a fastball count to a fastball hitter and still get a good result.
And a 1-out walk for Bruce. Chapman up again, throwing just every now and again. Hoping the Reds can take a lead.
I'm assuming he's loose.
Well, Ron Kulpa certainly hopes he's loose. After Chapman drilled him from the bullpen, hit Kulpa, the first base umpire, in the right elbow last time, a couple of innings ago. The batter, Brian Pena, turns around to his weaker side, the right side, to face the left-hander Roscoe. Pena's 0 for 4 tonight. Right-hander Brian Schlitter is up in the Cubs pen. And could be coming on to face the right-hand hitting Suarez, the next batter for the Reds. Play off to the right, 1-2. Ross Cup, the fourth reliever of the night used by the Cubs. Rondon, Amat, Jackson preceded him. Lester, 7 innings, gave up a run. DeSclafani, 6 1/3, gave up a run for the Reds. They've also used 4 relievers. As the count goes to 2-2. They had a 2-hour and 48-minute rain delay last night. Now they're into the 11th inning here tonight. And a full count now on Pena. After the appeal, no swing.
I think at this point in the game, you got the bottom of your order coming up. This might be a time where you hope that Brian Pena can put the ball in play and you send Jay Bruce. I know Jay Bruce hasn't been getting a good read off Ross Cup yet. Ross Cup, I might throw over here just to see what we got working.
Not going, and it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Ross Cup. And here comes the skipper. And there's the call to the pen for Schlitter. He wants the right-hander to face Suarez. Just recalled today, and here he is into the game in extra innings with a couple of men aboard. Tied at 1. The Reds are threatening as they bat in the top of the 11th.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
My brother's betrayal told me that blood guarantees nothing.
Alive, the sand gives the people hope. Dead, will be forgotten.
You've inspired people.
Only a monster would do such a thing.
Tyrant season premiere Tuesday at 10 on FX.
As the legitimate master, I make sure that every review on rent.com is written by an actual resident. Excuse me, ma'am, did you happen to write a review titled, "This Place Stinks"?
Yes, sir.
Speaking of stinks, something smells rather rank.
It's your feet.
Uh-oh, that is called doggy doo.
Told you this place stinks.
Rent.com, where all reviews are from actual residents. And totally legit. Oh, really? My sock? You got it on my sock? Oh, it's on my hand. Oh, my God.
Back at Wrigley in a 1-1 tie. Dan Shulman, John Kruk, Curt Schilling, Buster Olney. Sunday night baseball. The Reds and the Cubs, 2 men on with a 1 out. Runners at first and second with a 1 out. just recalled today from AAA Iowa right-hander Brian Schlitter. He went 2-3 with a 4.15 ERA and 61 appearances for the Cubs last season. The 29-year-old is in his third stint in the big leagues this season. This will be his 10th appearance with the Cubs here in 2015. Eugenio Suarez will be the batter for Cincinnati. Suarez driving in the game-winning run for the Reds on Friday, hitting a home run last night. He is 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts tonight.
Pretty good weekend. Game winning, game tying.
Could be a great weekend.
Bruce at second, Pena to first, one down. Off the glove of Montero, the runners hold. Worst team in baseball, batting with runners in scoring position this season, and even worse here tonight, just 1 for 10. Ground ball to first, backs up Rizzo to second one, back to first, not in time. Fielder's choice, runners on the corners, 2 down.
There's nothing prettier than a first baseman likes to throw.
No, that was a great throw, but you got to give Starlin Castro a lot of credit too for making a really good throw. A lot of times that ball get away from the pitcher, and the runner on second, Jay Bruce, would score easy. Now watch how Rizzo gets to tax this ball. Most first basemen don't have that ability to back up on balls. You see Rizzo, how he backed up on that ball, and just that little backup, which he had to do, caused Suarez to be safe right there. But you look at the throw, Schlitter made a pretty good play on that ball right there to keep it in front of him. That ball gets past him, it's a game. Like a one-run game, and you're getting to face Chapman.
Here's Negron.
I think one of the things that goes unrecognized right there is to come up on that ball to make a play, put you in the baseline and the runner. Coming back, he's in a position to make a play and guarantee himself an out.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's instinctive. It's
so hard to turn a double play like that. But in order to get the lead runner, that's what he had to do.
Reds have left 4 men on at third base tonight.
But it takes a good first base. So many first basemen are reluctant to throw, to be aggressive, especially in extra innings.
You watch how Anthony Rizzo read this ball. I mean, it's just, and a perfect throw to Starlin Castro.
From down under.
But watch Schlitter. I mean, this is.
Thank goodness he's that big.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Because that's the thing with pitchers. They don't know, okay, get off the base and go catch it. They try to reach for everything.
Ground ball to short. And the inning is over. The Reds fail to capitalize again. Chris Bryant will lead it off for the Cubs as they come up in the bottom of the 11th in a 1-1 tie.
Oh my God, I love this song. Everybody sing it with me. There used to be a great tower alone on the sea.
This family's in a rut. Ow! We gotta shake things up. We're driving to Wally World.
What?
This trip's exactly what we needed.
Sheila, do you like school this year?
That's okay.
So, do you like school this year? That's seriously what you sound like. Just shut up.
Dad, you gotta go faster. I have an idea. I pull the wheel to the left, yank the handbrake, drive right past it. Do you know how to do that? If Vin Diesel can do it, so can I. Hang on!
Why are you as good as Vin Diesel?
Vacation starts July 29th. This is the feeling of turning a game you love into a lifetime of cash. DraftKings.com, the daily fantasy golf destination, is giving away $2.5 million in golf's next major, and winning's simple. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up your cash. Play with promo code STROKE this week and get free entry in golf's next major June 18th. Winner gets $1 million. Get to DraftKings.com now.
On to the bottom of the 11th at Wrigley Field in Chicago. The Reds and the Cubs tied at 1. A lot of people sticking it out deep into the night. Near 11 o'clock here locally as Chris Bryant will lead off the inning for Chicago.
Well, Chris Bryant's night started out on a positive. The jam shot right here that he fights off. It bloops, lays in front of Jay Bruce, a hustle double. And then the ground out, and then contact was tough to come by. Chasing balls out of the strike zone there. And then J.J. Hoover did an unbelievable job through the perfect pitch right there. I mean, you have to be a phenomenal hitter to hit, just to put that one in play.
Yeah. I just remember, and I mean, it's kind of stating the obvious, but talking to Manny Ramirez about the hardest pitch for a right-handed hitter to hit off a right-handed pitcher was the slider down and away, the power slider.
But one swing right here will send people home happy.
He's got 7 home runs on the season. His last one was on May the 26th. Rally caps in all forms visible around Wrigley.
She's awesome.
And a strike. After Bryant, Chris Coghlan, Starlin, Castro. The Cubs are 33-27. They're 8 games ahead of their pace at this time a year ago. Roller to short. 1 down.
The one thing you love about a young player, look at him. That's a routine grounder to short. No way he's going to beat it out, but he's still running hard and making Suarez come up with everything clean and a good throw. And Votto actually went down and dug that one out.
So here's Chris Coghlan, 1 for 3 with a walk. He doubled back in the 6th inning. He's got some pop, 8 home runs on the season. Down the left field line and past Negron. He has to recover it in foul territory. It will be a double for Coghlan.
Well, Coghlan right here gets a pitch down and away, and he just goes out and just tries to flip it into left field. And you look at Negron right here, very, very lucky that this ball actually hit his glove, because if it doesn't hit his glove, it goes past him. You're putting Coghlan on third base with only 1 out, where basically a fly ball is going to score him. He's lucky he got his bat on that ball, or his ball on the glove on the ball. I mean, it's a long night.
Now Jeff Pico, the pitching coach, on his way to the mound.
You guys thinking at all about possibly pitching around Castro here, given Baxter's struggles tonight?
But then after Baxter, you got Montero. What would you guys do?
I think I would walk Starlin Castro right here. Baxter with 4 strikeouts. You know, you got to attack him, even though it's the lefty-righty matchup. But
you need to create that force. That way you can make a mistake in the infield, still get yourself an out.
Because when you struck out 4 times in a game, your next at bat, all you want to do is put it in play. And if they walk Starlin Castro right here and he puts it in play on the ground, it's a double play out of the inning.
And there are no other bench players available for the Cubs. Their bench has been used up. Let's see what Pena does. He gets down to crouch behind the plate. Looks like they're going to go after him.
Yeah, that's the thing. They go out to Jeff Pico goes out to talk to Badenhop, telling him, hey, you don't have to give him anything to hit. And as a hitter, you're thinking that. He's probably doesn't want to give me anything good to hit. And the first pitch, they throw a fastball down the middle, and you take it.
Castro won the game with a base hit last night. Outside, 1-1. Cubs have had some clutch moments. Walk-off win last night. 11 wins in their final at bat, the most in baseball this year. Line to left center field, and he's done it again. Second night in a row that Starlin Castro will be mobbed after delivering the game-winning hit.
They're going to have to run to get him. Well, we mentioned about walking Starlin Castro right here with the man hit behind him with 4 strikeouts and Baxter. And that's just a bit. I think they wanted to pitch around him.
They did. Look at where he went for the glove. He set up way off the plate away, thinking nothing close, let him chase, and he threw a strike.
That ball drifted right over the outside corner of the plate, and Starlin Castro went out and got it. Hit a bullet.
Game-winning hits for Starlin Castro on consecutive nights. And the Cubs take 3 out of 4 from the Reds and move to 7 games over 500 at 34-27 on the season. They'll welcome the Cleveland Indians tomorrow night. Burke Badenhop and the Reds fly to Detroit after another tough defeat for them. Tomorrow night, it'll be the Braves and the Red Sox on ESPN. 1 week from tonight, we'll have the Giants and the Dodgers for you from Los Angeles. For John Kruk, Curt Schilling, Buster Olney, and our entire crew, I'm Dan Shulman saying so long from Chicago, where the Cubs win it in 11 on the base hit by Starlin Castro. Time now for SportsCenter. Let's send you back to the studio and join John Anderson and John Abuchagras.
This is SportsCenter.
What's up? This is the latest SportsCenter. Johns, Anderson, and Butchergrass. The latest twosome on the tee. Golden State discovered it's a small world after all in Game 4. Sweating the small stuff may have changed the trophy engraving.
Height is relative. In the NBA Finals, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", that is considered small. And from little things, big things come. Game 5 back in the city, and somebody's going to be 1 win away from the gold ball after Sunday night. Steph Curry leading the Warriors, or the dub. LeBron, he's just averaging 36, 12, and 8 in this series. Goodness me. And he was every bit that good in Game 5. First quarter, right to the tin. Through all the white jerseys. Basket and the foul. About 15 left here in the first. We're tied at 21. LeBron defending the rim. Draymond Green. Draymond had a really good idea. Thought he had an opening. You know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have a bucket. LeBron, great defense. We're tied at 22 after the first quarter. Tied, low scoring. That's to the Cavs' liking. LeBron kept it going in the second quarter. Backing down into the paint, missing, just stays with it. And he's bigger and he's stronger than you. And he can do masculine athletic things that you can't. In it goes. And early on, he got some help. J.R. Smith, 0 for 8 from distance in Game 3, but made 4 in this one. 14 points early. Later in the quarter, shot clock died. Look at LeBron. Guarded by Andre Iguodala. Please, a mosquito. I swat you away and I make it. LeBron, first player since LeBron entered the league to go 28 and 8 in the first half of a game. 1 point Warriors lead in the first half. Harrison Barnes throwing down right there over Timothy Mozgov, who played just 9 minutes, and Mike Miller. Respect Iowa. Barnes missed the free throw, but had 8 points and 10 rebounds. A couple of big offensive rebounds. Extra passing here. LeBron's 10th assist goes to Iman Shumpert. LeBron, his 6th NBA Finals triple-double, second most all-time, second in this series. We got 8 minutes left. Cavs down 2. LeBron from way out. He's not supposed to have that kind of range, but he does. 80-79, that extra day of rest. They look strong. They look tough. Warriors other way. Steph Curry Matthew Dellavedova had his minutes and had his moments, and this was not one of them. Ridiculous crossover behind the back. Curry, that's a launch. That's in. His team is back up 2. Warriors, next time down. Klay Thompson, if you're only going to hit 1 3 in an entire game, make it one that people are going to remember. He had 12 points. Thompson celebrating. LeBron's like, you know, really, other than 40, 14, 11, what do you need from me? Andre Iguodala inside, got it to go. He was the big change in the lineup. Game 4, difference maker again in Game 5. He was all happy he got me in 1. 2 of 11 from the line, but still finished with 14 points. Curry likes that. Curry likes this better. It's basically circus time. They were up 1 with 4:52 to go, and Curry just said, I will be the MVP. You saw him get over on Dellavedova there. Same kind of thing here. Little mad handle. He was 7 of 13 for 3 in this one. One more time. I don't think you can appreciate that, really, if you can't dribble like that.
Klay Thompson just smiles. Look at him.
Yeah. So does Mama.
Yeah.
So does Dad. So does baby Mama. Buck 30 to go, Warriors up 8, and here's the MVP sauce. Points 98, 99, and 100. 104-91 is the final. Curry 37 points, 17 in the fourth quarter, and LeBron 40 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. I mean, he is baling hay. He just doesn't have a big enough wagon at this point. As we said, 1-point game with 4:52 left, 19-7 run to close for Golden State. NBA Finals history, Game 5 winner in the series tied at 2. 71% of the time that winner goes on to take the championship gold ball, so that's in the Warriors' favor. Steph, 37 points. That's his best total by far here in the finals. The Cavaliers now facing elimination for the first time this postseason. To note, Timothy Mozgov, just 9 minutes, 0 points after 28 in Game 4. As for the game-winning surge, Golden State, well, that's just what they do.
I mean, those are plays I've been making all year, and the ones I feel confident in. And I think it helps to have gone through Game 2 where we were rushing a little bit in the same situation, a 1-2 possession game in the fourth quarter. And we got, I call them better shots because they were more in rhythm than in Game 2 where it was come down, you know, look for the first shot. Don't even run any sets, don't even run any screen and rolls, and we didn't kind of settle into them. And I think once one goes in, obviously it helps to keep your confidence high.
That was, you know, just Steph taking over the game. But it was a different game, you know, because they decided to go smaller. And so the floor was more open. And I thought from the very beginning, you know, when they went small, had their shooters out there, I thought this is Steph's night. You know, this is going to be a big one for him.
Step backs, threes, everything, man. It was beautiful to watch. And he really, you know, pulled us through tonight. We just got to collectively play a little better. But, man, what an exhibition by him.
You know, Steph was special, obviously, but, you know, him hitting those step-back threes is not why we lost the game. Like I said, I don't put a ceiling on what I'm capable of doing. I know I'm shouldering a lot of the burden, but I feel confident because I'm the best player in the world. That's simple.
Game 6 Tuesday in Cleveland. The effort took a toll on Steph Curry after he met with the media. We're told had to go to the training room, felt ill. Mark Stein reports dehydration, should be fine, get some fluids in him. Warriors win puts them just a win away from clinching the NBA title. And with an MVP on their roster, that's good. Really good. Golden State, 14th team with the league MVP to take a 3-2 lead in the NBA Finals. Each of the previous 13 walked away as an NBA champion. Stan Verrett working from Northern California on Sunday. NBA Finals 3-2, Golden State.
John, thanks very much. SportsCenter on the road at the NBA Finals, Oracle Arena here in Oakland, where the DJ is spinning a winning tune in honor of the Golden State Warriors. Just one win away now from an NBA title that they've been waiting for 40 years after they knock off the Cavaliers in Game 5 of this year's NBA Finals. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the series along with Chauncey Billups. I'm Stan Verrett. We've been waiting for an MVP performance from Steph Curry, and he delivered 37 points in the game, including 17 in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is the MVP of our league, and we hadn't seen him turn in an MVP performance thus far just yet. Now we've seen that. Steph Curry was phenomenal tonight. He got every single thing he wanted. Look at him in the fourth quarter here. He's on the pick and roll. He relieves the pressure. He got a double-double. He contested the shot and made a great defensive play, but it's better offense. This guy starts feeling it. There's nobody in the world that can stop him and even contain him. You're happy for him. I mean, he played great in front of his home fans. 2-2 in this series. He comes up with a huge win to put him up 3-2 in the series.
And Dellavedova's defense didn't change that much. It's just he hit the shots now.
Well, he's figured him out.
He's
figured him out. You know, you watch tape and you find out what he likes to do. It was great.
He's the MVP, and that doesn't bode well for Cleveland because, as you can see, in the NBA Finals, when the MVP goes up 3-2, historically, that means it's lights out for the other team. MVP's 13-0 with a 3-2 series lead in the NBA Finals. Meanwhile, on the other half, LeBron James, 16 points in the fourth quarter, did all he could. 40 points for the game, a triple-double, and he supersized it, but still just not enough help.
Wow. LeBron James was absolutely phenomenal. Great individual performance tonight. He's been great this whole series, just not enough. I mean, J.R. Smith came out and played great, but it wasn't enough. You look at him in the fourth quarter, he scores in the paint. He scores a three-point shot from almost 4-point land right there. He had everything going tonight. They double-teamed him. They still couldn't stop him. He was very patient. I mean, huge numbers. 40, 14, and 11. What more can he do? Probably nothing. He needs just a little help.
Looked like he was going to get that help from J.R. Smith in the first half. 14 for Smith, but then he didn't score after halftime. So far, do you think LeBron James is the MVP of this series?
He's playing better than anybody out there, yeah. I'll tell you what. But I have a hard time giving a guy the MVP if he loses.
Only guy who's done it has been Jerry West, and you saw how James's numbers compared to the NBA logo's numbers. Steph Curry, that magnificent fourth quarter, part of an MVP effort. Much more on his performance coming up as the Warriors are running toward a title. Lots more. Sports Center on the road from Oracle Arena. More coming up in just a bit.
Post-game report is brought to you by Entourage from Warner Brothers Pictures. See the movie in theaters now.
7-game series, Golden State this close. And if there was such a thing as a best-of-21 series, the Blue Jays would also be this close to a sweep. They've won 10 in a row. Put some chocolate sauce on that, Max Scherzer.
Or put some chocolate sauce on Max Scherzer. That happened after the Nats game in Milwaukee on Sunday. Max was chocolate, the Brewers were peanut butter, and most players were a cup.
Hey, now.
There he is. Picking apples, making pies. In the 6th, Carusi. Hector Gomez. Haven't seen him? You should. Martin Maldonado. Speaking of candy. 2 outs. And then Shane Peterson. Freeze it, frame it. Perfect through 6 for Scherzer. Now, during the 7th, he's all good to go. All right, here come my warm-ups, and I'm ready to go. And ready to go. And okay, I'm good. Oh, God bless America. All right, it's Flag Day. And then, guess what? Carlos Gomez, great pitch. He ate him up, got right in his kitchen, but Gomez, he does the Dan Uggla wrist curl program, 50 cents a 50. If that was Uggla, he makes the catch, of course. Anthony Rendon can't quite get there. Maybe perhaps concerned about a bit of a right field collision. But in the end, Scherzer upset as the perfect game is gone. Now, next thing is how many strikeouts can I get? Ties a Nat record with his 14 Ks. There is club record 15, Jason Rogers. Then personal best 16. He's only thrown 1 shutout in his career coming into the game. Make it 2.
Got a lot of zeros in those contract numbers.
Zeros everywhere in Max's life. Perfect through 6, doesn't get it, but in the end he gets the shutout. Again, just his second. Here comes the sauce. Yeah, and the sauce is chocolate.
This is the best topping ever.
They finally win 2 games in a row. First time since late May. So Mad Max dealing on Sunday, 16 Ks, allows just 1 hit, 0 earned, joins a very exclusive club along the way. 5th pitcher in the modern era, just the 5th, to record a shutout while allowing 1 hit or fewer, and with at least 16 strikeouts. Some notables, as you can see, on your high-quality television set.
White Sox, Rays, where?
Tampa.
You got it. Another big sale day for Chicago. Sale struck out at least 12 batters in each of his past 3 starts. And the trend continued on Sunday. Evan Longoria, yeah, that was a mean whiff. Asdrubal Cabrera again. Nick Franklin's going to swing really hard and have no luck at it. Maybe off speed, Longoria. No, that's not it. Logan Forsythe, he does not have the answer. Jake Elmore? I mean, you know where this is going. Brandon Garth, yeah.
You know, he pitched just down the road in the Florida Gulf Coast in Fort Myers in the college.
Joey Butler. Doesn't matter if he was pitching with like Nolan Ryan. Sale's 10th strikeout of the game through 6 innings in the 7th, though. Sale in some trouble. Runner on first. Cabrera runs into one there. First homer Sale's allowed since May 23rd. 2-run jack. Cabrera's 3rd of the season. The Rays have a 2-1 lead. Sale then gets Franklin, and he's going to get 12. First pitcher since Pedro in 2001 to strike out at least a dozen in 4 straight starts. But oops, we lost 2-1, so no happy ending. That kind of ruins the story for Sale in 6 2/3.
All right, the best run differential in the AL. How about the Blue Jays of Toronto? Don't say the second T, kids. It's Toronto in beautiful Fenway against the last place Red Sox. Top of the 4th, already up 2-0. Kevin Pillar to shallow right. And now the sun is 93 million miles away from Earth, but it's really bright. Stupid star. It's just an average-sized star, but at times it can be very tough on baseball players. Petey couldn't see a thing. Blue Jays lead 3-0. Then Ryan Goins, gone. Off Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo Rodriguez pitching in the major leagues up to this point, normally good. Goins 2nd of the year, 6-0. David Ortiz, we show this home run in a 10-2 game. Why? Because it's his 475th, same as Hall of Famer Stan Musial and my boyhood hero, Willie Stargell. Chicken on the Hill with Will. He had a restaurant back in the day there in Pittsburgh. Free chicken whenever he had a home run. How about Alejandro De Aza, which is Spanish for web gem. Pillar. Not know. Yeah, but that was De Aza with the hit, and it was Pillar with the rob. He's made multiple web gems this year, Kevin Pillar. A terrific defensive player. Goins, hey, here he goes again the other way now, off the monster. Rusney Castillo boots it. Couple more score. How about 13-5? The Blue Jays have won 11 games in a row. That ties the franchise record for consecutive wins. That's the good news. The bad news is that each of the previous seasons in which they've won 11 games in a row, they've also missed the postseason. In fact, the last time they won 11 straight, 2013, they ended up in last place. They won't end up last place this year. Russell Martin, 3 for 4. He's been red hot, as is Toronto.
Jay's streak has been gaining on the Yankees. New York, Baltimore Sunday. Brian Mattis, welcome back to the Bigs after an 8-game suspension back on May 23rd against the Marlins. A forearm look, and we're going to check it out. At the old foreign substance, yeah, a little tacky. Son, you go to the showers. You're going to hear from the boys in the disciplinary committee, and you get 8 games off. But he's back in the 5th in a 3-2 game, and he walks Garrett Jones with the bases loaded. So now we're tied at 3. Later in the inning, bases still Chuck, John Ryan Murphy. Double past Manny Machado to bring in 2 more. Murphy 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, and Mattis has given up the lead. It's 5-3 in favor of the Yanks. Dylan Betances is going to close out for the first time this season. Plays Andrew Miller, who's on the DL. Well, the New York pen was great. He gets Matt Wiedas. Yankees win at 5-3. The pen 4 in the 3rd hitless relief. So Yankees win. The Yankees win. Now the Jays may have the longest winning streak, but the Yanks and Rays still have a game advantage in the AL East. Well, the Toronto was winning 11 straight. New York, Tampa, not terrible. Both 8-3, including wins Sunday. Jays get a shot at the Rays at the end of the month. Don't catch the pinstripes again until early August.
All right, much more to come from the NBA Finals. Stephen A. Smith and Michael Wilbon with their take on Game 5.
Also, Draymond Green joining Stan Verrett on set, and Sage Steele goes one-on-one with Andre Iguodala. AI, another big game for him. All that coming up in our Sports Center conversation.
We spent a lot of time on our home theater. We started with grass seed.
Dads who would do anything for golf deserve a store that would do anything for dads. Visit Golfsmith for the best Father's Day gifts at the guaranteed lowest prices. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
Dick's Sporting Goods has amazing gift deals for Dad. 25% off select Nike apparel and footwear. $20 off of Fitbit Flex, plus the Eno Double Nest Hammock. Say thanks, Dad, with a gift he'll really love from Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
America, New Yorkers love all natural Snapple, and we want you to love it too.
It's got simple ingredients, real sugar, real tea. Salud.
Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is precision. This is Denali from GMC.
Who does this kind of thing online?
I clicked on some links. The kids weren't even around.
Wait. This changes everything. It's Cars.com's service and repair feature, so we'll never pay more than we should. Well done.
Research, price, find. Get the right service without all the drama.
Since you were a kid, it's been share this, share that, share the road, share your feelings. When does the sharing stop?
How about with the grilled stuffed nacho from Taco Bell? The first nachos designed not to be shared, wrapped up and ready to go for $1.49.
In 5 days. Here we go! What movie touches every emotion?
Inside Out. Inside Out.
Inside Out. Inside Out is wicked smart.
It's a good one.
It's the best Pixar movie since Up.
This feels nice.
Wildly original and inventive. Simply enormous fun.
Brain freeze!
One of the year's best films, period.
He's making that stupid face again.
What is it, woman? What?
Disney Pixar's Inside Out. Friday in 3D. Rated PG.
When a day's work was mining for gold under the frozen ground for 12 straight hours, happy hour had a whole new meaning. And when the men sat down for their banquet, Mr. Coors brought a beer worthy of the occasion, a beer that's still known as the banquet beer.
Sports Center, brought to you by Taco Bell's Grilled Stuffed Nacho. The first nachos designed not to be shared. Live Más. The local experts at your independent True Value. And Coors Banquet Beer, brewed in Golden, Colorado since 1873.
First thing in the morning, what will the king?
Good morning, America.
The MVP.
Good morning, America.
Even Iman's mom.
Is my mother gonna see this? She loves Good Morning America.
All be watching.
Come on, we on Good Morning America, Ma.
Game on, baby.
They were down by 1 with 7:47 to go, but then Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors do what they do. They went on a run, a good run, Shug, and they go on to win. Now 1 win away from their first NBA title since 1975. They're now 48-4 at home this season, including the playoffs. There on the court, Michael Wilbon and Stephen A. Smith.
Thanks a lot, guys. Here with Michael Wilbon. I don't know which way you want to go, Mike Wilbon. Do you feel sorry for LeBron James because he's a one-man show with little to absolutely no help whatsoever? Or do you look in amazement at the greatness of Steph Curry, the show that he put on, along with 2 big-time plays by Andre Iguodala in the fourth quarter? That's what I take from it. Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala. What do you take from this victory?
Well, LeBron had some help early.
Yeah,
it looked like J.R. Smith was going to ride to the rescue. 14 points in approximately 14 minutes, and then Stephen A. Done.
Absolutely done.
Done for the rest of the game. And so, it was an interesting battle. Early, LeBron getting the better of it, getting Cleveland to a lead. Some might say an unlikely lead given the energy level we saw out of them in Game 4. But Steph Curry just kept after it, and he had enough help. They got enough help. And Andre Iguodala has become more than an X factor. They now depend on him. I mean, not only is he playing defensively against LeBron James, they're probably doing a better job than anybody of it on Golden State's team, but he's also coming in. Forget about the free throws for a second. 2 for 11, 9 consecutive. Other than that, Andre Iguodala has come up very large. And when it's back-to-back games, I don't think you call him an X factor anymore.
I got to ask you this question because I'm looking at this, and one of the things that I'm noticing, first of all, once again, Steph Curry proved he's the best shooter on the planet. Plain and simple. And all of this noise about Matthew Dellavedova has completely evaporated.
That's quiet.
That is quiet. That story's over. But I will say this. I'm shocked that Cleveland continues to fall, for lack of a better phrase, the okie doke in terms of going small.
Playing to Golden State strengths.
Playing the Golden State strength. Timothy Moskov plays only
9 minutes.
Makes no sense
Okay,
to me.
so you have a guy who went for 28 and 11 in the last game.
Right.
And granted, some of that could be inflated because Golden State wanted him to have the ball instead of LeBron.
Right.
But when you get no production out of probably your second-best player in the absence of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, second-best player.
That's right.
And you don't have him on the floor. I mean, what, he presents no advantages to you?
Makes no sense. His coach's decision. I just don't understand.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We go down the coast. Dodgers, Padres. Jock Peterson, Matt Kemp. Why? Because they brought their gloves to work. Kemp setting a defensive standard early. Alberto Callaspo going to try to score here on the Peterson single, and Kemp throws a seed, a BB, an aspirin tablet. Two-time Gold Glover. You know how many hops that took? None. Look at the shiny pearl all the way. Kemp's 6th outfield assist of the year. We remain scoreless into the 9th inning. Bottom 9, we're tied at 2. Justin Upton crushes one deep to center. Peterson going back. Peterson going, look out for the bites. Makes the catch, runs into the wall. Upton, so close. No. We look at it again. Peterson covering all kinds of ground. Terrific catch. The wall, none of those things are padded like they'd think. I mean, he tried to find that ball 1, 2, 3 different times. Here he goes, look. Right shoulder. I think I got it. Left shoulder. Still, we're trying to triangulate that, baby. One more time. Okay, there's the track, and there's the...
Man, that's a great catch.
Naturally, the pitcher likes that. Peterson's teammates are going to congratulate him mostly because he lived. This one will go to extras, tied at 2. Bases loaded, 2 we got. Adrian Gonzalez. Sure. 2 RBIs in his last 10 games. 2 on that swing of the bat. He was 2 for 5. 3 ribs in this one. Dodgers win it 4-2. A couple of defensive players shining in that one. Chris Heston went to Bayside High School in Florida. What a coincidence that turned out to be. Now pitching for the San Francisco Giants, the team by the Bay. First start since his no-hitter. Top of the second, Jake Lamb. Waits on that 81-mile-an-hour pitch and pulls it into the corner. First hit given up by Heston since June the 2nd. 4th inning now, 1-0 Diamondbacks, bases loaded. Heston against the opposing pitcher, Ruby De La Rosa, who pitched very well. Gets him fishing out of the jam. To the 5th, again, bases loaded. Chris Owings. Deep to center. That is a shot. 2 runs will score. In the end, Heston goes 5 innings, 7 hits to earn 6 Ks. Bottom 9, Giants down, bases loaded, 1 out. Here comes Buster trying to hit a game-tying 4-run homer, but instead, game-ending double play. The Diamondbacks sweep the Giants in San Francisco. Ruby De La Rosa, 8 innings, longest scoreless outing of his career. Mariners-Astros, Houston's lost 1 in a row, which isn't as bad as 7 in a row. Astros scored 8 on Friday. Mariners got 5 on Saturday, so somebody's going to come up big. Add those up, you get 13. Here in the first, bases loaded, Colby Rasmus, right center. George Animal scores. Evan Gattis scores. It's 2-0. Later in the inning, Jake Marisnick, grounder. That gets by Kyle Seager. Chris Carter, not that one, the other one scored. Astros 3 runs in the first. Breakout on top. Lance McCullers going to take advantage. Good work on the mound here. Seth Smith just looks at 1, perhaps low. Called strike 3, you're done. Robbie Cano, he swings and misses. McCullers gets Dustin Ackley to fly out to... look at the spring guy. Look at the Springer covering ground. All right, McCullers 5 innings, 4 Ks, no hits, but that's it for you. 90 pitches, you're done. Tony Sipp comes in, finish this thing off. Austin Jackson doubles to left off the wall. First hit of the game for the Mariners. They got 2. The Astros got 14. They take 2 of 3, win the weekend series. Angels and Airwaves and Athletics. Matt Shoemaker on the mound for the Angels as they look to close out the series. Angels struggle keeping their eye on the ball. Whoops. Johnny Giovitella can't get a hold of it. Both runners are safe. E4. 2 batters later, Eric Sogard bunts. Pretty good one. Oops. Chris Ionetta. Oops. Couple up. Missed the ball, then missed the tag. Angels down 1-0. Top of third, Josh Reddick bounds it off in front of home plate. And can you find it? Can you find Eric Ibar? I think I got it, but guess what? It's over there. Got to keep your sockets on the pill. Snowman for Oakland. They win 8-1.
Issues with off-the-field issues. Football and basketball players from some of the nation's top college programs are much less likely to face charges than the average male when suspected of a crime. That's the conclusion of an outside-the-lines study of police reports from departments covering 10 major athletic programs from 2009 to 2014. Of those programs, Florida had the most athletes named as suspects with 80. 56% of those named never faced prosecution, compared with just 28% of other college-aged male suspects in Gainesville, Florida. The biggest factors favoring athletes: access to top attorneys, schools that stepped in to protect their players, and reluctant witnesses. For more on this story, you can go to ESPN.com.
I think he's qualified for the Disney 401k plan now. Guess who's joining Stan Verrett on the set in Oakland? Our buddy, Draymond Green. He's excellent at analyzing basketball, and he'll do it next on SportsCenter.
Heroes of the Storm. Get it free at playheroes.com. Rated teen.
When broker Chris Hill stays at La Quinta and fires up free Wi-Fi with a network that's now up to 5 times faster than before, you know what he can do?
Let's see if he's ready.
He can swim with the sharks. Book your next stay at LQ.com.
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn. Does it kiss me? Zero heartburn.
Prilosec OTC, the #1 doctor-recommended frequent heartburn medicine for 9 straight years. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Do Sports Authority's biggest Father's Day sale ever. Save up to 60% on thousands of great gifts, including golf polos starting at $11.99 and 50% off drivers from Nike, Callaway, and TaylorMade. Going on now at Sports Authority.
Only T-Mobile has America's best unlimited 4G LTE family plan. 2 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for $100 a month. Need a phone with that? Get the LG G4 for $0 down. Switch to T-Mobile today.
Let's go. I love our backyard.
All right, give me a fastball here. Whoa.
And when I'm with my daughter, there's no better place in the whole world.
Every home has a story. Tell yours at coldwellbanker.com.
I'm dying.
Over the last 6 months, they sold him a second chance.
We offer a new body, engineered for perfection.
And you can have all of this. Money in the car's clothes, you can have all of this. But he's about to discover something's wrong. Someone else
thought you were dead.
paid the price.
Daddy!
There is no progress without sacrifice. Selfless, rated PG-13.
What if you could find that sweet spot where everything is just the way you want it? Introducing the all-new HR-V crossover from Honda.
Correct, I have a life mate. Is that consequential?
With whom are you communicating?
Jake from Planet State Farm.
Jake from Planet State Farm at 0300 hours. State your identity.
It is Jake from Planet State Farm, home of Discount Double Check.
Describe your apparel, Jake from Planet State Farm.
Khakis.
Khakis. Explain.
A dull earthly garment covering male extremities.
Sounds most appropriate.
Save mass quantities, even at 0300 hours. Get to a better state.
Welcome to Game 5, as both teams just 2 wins away from an NBA championship.
So looking that ball go up in the air, get started right away, all right? Don't wait around.
James falling away. Oh, as the shot clock expires. 21st half points for LeBron James. Curry steps back. Bang! Curry 3 for 3 from downtown. What's been a wild first half.
It's right there for us. Establish our energy and our will to fight.
Barnes throws it down.
Bad news, Barnes. Get in my poster.
Curry steps back. Oh, Stephen Curry with some magic. The Warriors are 1 win away from their first NBA title in 40 years.
And they survived 40 points from LeBron James, second most points in a triple-double NBA Finals history, second only to Jerry West. He did that in Game 7 against the Celtics in 1969 in a loss. West was still the Finals MVP, and that's one of the narratives of this year's Finals. Could James win the series MVP even if the Cavaliers lose?
From Double-A to the show, the Twins calling up 21-year-old Byron Buxton, perhaps the top prospect in all the minor leagues. There he is. Second overall pick, 2012 Major League Draft. Keith Law has him as the second best prospect. He leads all of professional baseball. 12 triples. Already? 12 in Chattanooga, yeah. Top second. Nick Martinez gets Buxton to strike out. Welcome to the show, kid. 0 for 1. In the 6th, Twins down 3-2. Eduardo Nunez. It's ball to right. Shin-Soo Choo on the run. Running, diving, missing. So that's just going to go. And look at Nunez. He's just going to keep taking lefts. Shows Buxton what you do. That's how you make one in the big leagues. Leads off the 6th with a triple. Shane Robinson in the gap to the wall. Guess what? He's going to run. Robinson's going to hustle around second. Nunez scores. Robinson in safely with a triple. They hit 3 in the 6th inning. Buxton didn't have any, but they had 3. 4 in the game. Wow. Into the 9th. Same score. Buxton on first. Eddie Rosario hits one deep to right center field. One hops to the wall. Don't worry about the triple. Worry about Buxton flying home. He got around third and cruised in. We need to put a stopwatch on this cat. Flying around the bases. First to home, sub 10, and as you see, he backed off the accelerator late. Buxton's first run would be a winning run. Twins 4-3. They snap a 5-game losing streak. Music and dance party in the clubhouse, courtesy Torrey Hunter.
Francisco. That's fun to say.
That's fun to say.
Francisco Lindor, the Indians' big prospect, #1 pick in 2011. Shortstop of the future. Called up before the game against the Tigers, not in the starting lineup, but getting plenty of advice. Meanwhile, boy, this is the heavyweight clash. Miguel Cabrera, Corey Kluber. He owns Kluber. 576, 4 homers, 9 RBIs, and there he goes again. Deep to left center, but Michael Brantley makes that play. Tigers have been playing better. Remember, they lost that season high 8 in a row, but they're starting to turn it around a bit here in June. Miggy again. Oh, boy. This time he gets Kluber 450 feet, his 14th homer. Second homer of 450 plus in the last 3 days. Into the shrubbery. Look at that. 5 career home runs off Kluber. No other player has more than 3. Lots of rain in the Midwest, thunderstorms and stuff. We saw it at the College World Series. Justin Verlander thinking why Mickey is not leading the All-Star game voting at first base. Well, they don't have those, ballots anymore at the ballpark. The paper ones I want to punch out. Yeah, come on. All right, Lindor, here it is. Second MLB at bat. Oh, boy, he gets a hit. And he's a bit excited. Cabrera having fun as well. And, oh. He's hoping that he'll be there, shortstop. He tripped me.
Dirt monster.
There it is. First major league hit, frame me and hang me on the wall, but his team loses 8-1. The Tigers have won 5 of 7.
Vroom, vroom. Let us motor 74 miles along Route 12 from Comerica Park in downtown to Michigan International Speedway. We go from a diamond to an oval. A lot of Detroit iron on the track for the Sprint Cup Quicken Loans 400. Look at those dark clouds. Menacing.
Whoa.
19-car Carl Edwards. Good run here in turn 4. Passes Casey Kane on the low side. He's got the lead there. Gibbs Racing. 10 laps later, well, see, that's not good. That's the rain right there. Red flag come out. Danica Patrick, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Edwards on the rain delay. Make me the winner.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if they had in their hearts to call it after 13 laps. I thought it'd been a really good race, and maybe we could just finish there, but we'll go racing.
5
Gentle lobbing, no such luck. We go to lap 115. We're back on green. Kevin Harvick crossing the start-finish line in the lead. 1,200 laps in the first 15 races he's led. 14 straight race he's had the lead. And since Jeff Gordon 2001 has anybody led that many laps so early in the season. Harvick, though, finished 29th after blowing out a tire. Kyle Larson, 42. Risky fuel strategy. He's not going to pit out here. Going to take the lead and just hope that he's got enough petrol and that there's just enough rain coming that he can get through. Buck 33, 3 laps later, Larson got to come down pit road. The fuel gauge and Doppler radar are conspiring against him. Yep. Rain comes down. Look at him. 3 laps short of a win. Man, I wish the rain would have come sooner. His crew chief, Chris Roy, bummed out as well. Caution comes, lap 138. Busch comes out to win it. Kurt Busch's 3rd win at Michigan. Going to win it under the caution. Eventually called after the 138 laps. There you go. Everybody get inside. 2nd victory of the season. Only had to go 276 miles. The NASCAR Busch Series is back, sort of. Kyle took the Xfinity race Saturday, where Kurt won the big one on Sunday. Though the Busch brothers both took checkered flags, they did it in completely different ways. Kyle led more than 20% of the way, while Kurt sneaks in at 4%. He led just 6 of that rain-shortened 138-lap race.
The WNBA's Indiana Fever honored the late Lauryn Hill on Sunday. Hill grew up in Greendale, Indiana, in the southeastern corner of the state. Inspired millions by playing for Mount St. Joseph, a Division III school in Cincinnati, as she battled terminal brain cancer. The 19-year-old died April the 2nd. Her family in attendance. And for every layup made in the game on Sunday, the Fever, as you can see by their tweet, donating $300 to Cure Starts Now. Layup for Lauren. First quarter, both teams getting to the bucket to contribute. Happy Pondexter, Natalie and Chanwa. In all, 32 layups. The Fever and Sky combined for. As a result, $9,600 is raised. The Sky win 98-72. Women's PGA Championship in Harrison, New York. Beautiful day, beautiful weekend in the northeastern part of our country. NB Park looking for her 3rd consecutive title at this major. Trying to join Annika, led by 2 coming into Sunday. 9th hole, that's a birdie. She leads by 2. Se Young Kim paired with Park, trailing by 2 for par. No. Tug that to the left, and then, oh, again. That thing is halfway down. Look at too much paint. Perhaps. Finally gets it to go. Park now leads by 4. It's a double. Shot of the day. Hoo-Joo Kim. Fellow South Korean of Park and Kim on the 14th. And how about a fresca? Good stuff. Tied for 9th. But Park, with the three-peat, now one of 6 golfers, both men's and women, to shoot 19 under in championship history. She regains the #1 world ranking, surpasses Idol Seri Pak for most majors by a South Korean player. That's a huge deal with 6. Also her 5th major in the last 12 played.
Wow. Andre Iguodala, Steph Curry, they're not Splash Brothers, but very close teammates, almost cousins. Mark Stein on the MVP's condition, wasn't feeling well late. Sage Steele with AI when we return on SportsCenter.
We spent a lot of time on our home theater. We started with grass seed.
Introducing the first ever gummy multivitamin from Centrum. A complete and tasty new way to support your energy, immunity, and metabolism like never before. Centrum Multi-Gummies. See gummies in a whole new light.
It's more than a network and the cloud. It's reliable uptime and multi-layered security. It's how you stay connected to each other and to your customers. With CenturyLink, you get advanced technology solutions, including an industry-leading broadband network and cloud and hosting services, all with dedicated, responsive support. With CenturyLink as your trusted technology partner, you're free to focus on growing your business. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
Some people go to Greece and bring back a statue. Me, I went to Greece and brought back a pizza.
The Greek pizza is back, a large for $12. And try our new garlic knots or our new cinnamon knots for just $5 more.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
Earning unlimited cash back on purchases, that's a win. But imagine earning it twice. You can with the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back twice. Once when you buy and again as you pay. It's cash back, then cash back again. And that's a cash back win-win. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase. With 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
I'm just a bachelor. I'm looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride.
We're gonna see if he still got some magic in that mic.
These girls have to deal with men. They don't even ask them what they want. They're like healers or something.
Magic Mike XXL, July 1st. Rated R.
Dick's Sporting Goods has amazing gift deals for Dad. 25% off Under Armour Clubhouse Golf Polos. $20 off Shimano Sedona Reel. And save on Coleman River Gorge tents. Say thanks, Dad, with a gift he'll really love from Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the ILX.
America, New Yorkers love all natural Snapple, and we want you to love it too.
Snapple's born in New York. It's one tradition that's never going out of style.
Snapple is more than just a drink.
It's got simple ingredients. Real sugar, real tea. Salud.
Every time I open this and I hear that pop.
New Yorkers love it. You're gonna love it too.
Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Game of War. Download and play for free now from the App Store.
SportsCenter's on the road at the NBA Finals. Joining us now, Warriors forward Draymond Green. And Draymond, after Game 3, you said your team needed an attitude adjustment with those 50-50 balls, rebounding, defense, just an overall injection of hustle. In the last 2 games, we've certainly seen that. How did that change?
We definitely needed to do that. And, you know, I wanted to make it known, and I wanted to call myself out and my teammates out. You know, that's one of the departments that I'm supposed to be the leader in. And I wasn't bringing that to the floor, so I couldn't expect us to bring it. But I knew, you know, that I was going to change that mentality and try to come out and do it. And, you know, I've gotten a couple of loose balls, but it's been everybody. And, you know, that's the mentality we knew we had to have if we were going to win some games in this series and, you know, possibly win it all. So, you know, everybody's really falling in line, and, you know, that's the mentality coming out from start to finish.
You got involved early in the offense, too. You had 10 points in the first quarter to lead just about everybody. Was that a part of your game plan, too, to get in there and make sure that you got off to a good start, something that's been a problem for you?
Absolutely. Just attack. You know, attack from the beginning. You know, one thing we've done with this team is, you know, the first 2 games we kind of fell behind and played from behind. And then, you know, the last 2 games we played with a lead. And that's the most important thing with a team like this. You know, with their offense, they kind of slow it down a bit. So you want to try to make them push the tempo, which I think works to our favor. And, you know, we did a great job of that the last 2 games of coming out early, you know, attacking those guys instead of us being on our heels the whole game.
Steph Curry, 37 points in this game, 17 points in the fourth quarter of Game 5. Just between us, that Matthew Dellavedova stuff was getting to him, wasn't it?
I think he was kind of upset about it. You know, everybody's, you know, was making it out to be that, you know, Dellavedova was just stopping Steph Curry. And, you know, Steph just had a couple off games. It's basketball. It happens. You know, and, you know, I think that really got under his skin. The last 2 games, he's been gun blazing like usual.
Some of those shots in the fourth quarter he hit, I mean, they could be bad shots for anybody else, but he makes them so often that you just see it go up and you just marvel at his ability to knock it down with confidence.
You know, I've seen it for 3 years now. You know, it used to be, oh, man, Steph, no, no, no. And now I just sit there and look at it like, oh, that's good. You can tell when it leaves his hands. But, you know, that's what's made him the player that he is. He takes tough shots, but he makes tough shots. And, you know, it's worked for us all year, and we're going to continue to ride with him no matter what.
All right, so now you go to Cleveland for Game 6. You know that you have a home game in your back pocket if you need it. You're going to face a desperate team at home with a guy who's on a personal mission in LeBron James. How do you counter that intensity?
We don't go into that place with a mindset of that we have a home game. You never want to approach anything like that. We got a closeout game ahead of us at Game 6 in Cleveland, and that's our mindset. We're going there to close. You can't, you know, you don't want to give them any momentum. You know, I think the last 2 games we've taken the momentum in the series. You want to continue to try to ride that wave. I think if you go in there saying, oh, we got a home game, we'll be okay. When we win, we don't, we'll take it back home. There's no guarantee that you're going to win at home. So you want to try to win every game possible. And, you know, Game 6 there, hey, if you can close it out in 6, that's what you want to do. And so that's our mentality going in there.
All right, Draymond, appreciate the time. Good luck in Game 6.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks.
Send it back to the studio.
Here you go, David Letterman. IndyCar at Toronto. Wet day for the Honda Indy Toronto as Will Power gets his 3rd pole position start in 4 races. Start of the race, Power starts strong, holding the lead early. However, lap 24, Power does lead, with Simon Pagenaud with a nice effort to pass Power on the straightaway, but gets beat on the turn. Lap 30, Power loses his lead as he hits pit road for fuel and tires. He would never regain the lead. He would finish 4th. Lap 73, 12 laps to go. Leader, Adolfo Gonzalez, with Josef Newgarden in 2nd. Gonzalez with just 4 laps as the leader. He needs to pit, allowing Newgarden to take the lead. Last lap, Newgarden still with the lead, and he holds on to win.
Great job, buddy. Great job.
Yeah, great job, buddy is right. He wins the Honda Indy Toronto. 2nd career Indy win for Josef.
We're golfing now, TPC Southwind Track, FedEx St. Jude Classic, 18 holes, and then we're off to Chambers Bay for the U.S. Open. There's still 6 times a runner-up in the National Open. Started 6 back at 3 under, 14th hole. He had 8 birdies on the day. This one from 48 feet, bang. Nice putt by the leftist. Really nice moment as he finished up his round on 18. Allison there, 7 years old from Tennessee, a patient at St. Jude's Hospital, honorary pin caddy. Mickelson lines one up. You know, go ahead, do it. Make it for the kids. Woo. All the way around and down. Mickelson afterwards signs Allison's bib and message for the youngster as well.
Allison, thank you. We're wishing you the best of luck. You know that? We've got a lot of people pulling for you.
Now, if I'm Phil, I pack her up, take her with me to Chambers Bay. Good luck. Putts go in when that kid's around. He'd finish tied for 3rd, 8 under par. Meanwhile, Fabian Gomez on his game. The Argentine, 16th hole, par 5. From the bunker, and that is so snug. Go ahead and tap that in for the bird. And he's finishing up on 18. I mean, he's ahead by a lot. He doesn't really need this. If it goes in, that's just gravy. Thank you. 66, 4 under, wins by 4. Kiss the honorary pin caddy for him. That's Tyler Gomez, finishes 13 under par, his 1st tour win. Tiger Woods already out of the Pacific Northwest. You know, Tacoma, University Place. Got 9 holes of practice in. Eldrick T last won a major. It was the Open 2008, Torrey Pines. Last time we saw him, last time he was playing alone. First guy out at the Memorial. Trying to kind of work that 85 he shot at Muirfield out of his system. He's been playing a couple of nights. It's been taking him like 3 hours. There's so many different lines and different places you got to hit from to figure out what that course is. First time Open's ever been held there at Chambers Bay. And when Woods breaking out some new head covers for the Open, showed a picture on Twitter, his famous orange tiger there in the driver, but his kids Sam and Charlie going big cat as well. Look, the 3 and the 5 Woods. We got a pink tiger and a white tiger. Early Father's Day gift. Sam and Charlie, they'll be with me all week. That's Tiger Woods' bag.
Hoochie Mane star of the nighttime, and what Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Paul Butterfield is to the Paul Butterfield Blues Band, Jock Peterson is to Dodger Blue right now. And you might think it's because of his offense. Yes, Jock Jam's offense matters. He leads the Dodgers in home runs. But the reason why he has been the Dodgers' best player so far is his ability to play center field, allowing Yasiel Puig and Andre Ethier to play in the corners of the outfield. Peterson saved Sunday's game in San Diego with an unbelievable over-the-shoulder catch to rob Justin Upton. You don't think it takes courage to play baseball? There's a wall, and he's in a full sprint, but he keeps his eye on the ball. He's got a body designed to take collisions. He's the leadoff hitter for the Dodgers as well. On-base percentage, 2 more walks on Sunday, another hit. Ethier Puig having outstanding years offensively for the Dodgers. Maybe the best outfield in all of baseball. My star of the night, Jock Peterson, at the plate and in the field for the Dodgers.
The ones with the guts to stand apart join a league all their own.
We need to replace the microwave cooking device.
Oh, this will cost mass quantities. Commence the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Bildar, how can I help?
Brent Allen, did we receive savings from our discount double check?
Oh, yeah, a bunch.
This pleases me.
Wait, we're in space. I thought you guys were from France.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there in France. See? France.
Oui.
Save mass quantities with a State Farm discount double check.
Scott, everyone deserves a second chance. It's not about saving our world. It's about saving theirs.
So, what do you want from me?
To become the Ant-Man.
I'll do it. Oh my God! Whoa. There's something you guys need to see. But there's no reason to be scared.
Oh, Daddy, don't get scared. Oh, how'd you do that, bro?
Look at your shoulder.
Marvel's Ant-Man, everywhere July 17th.
You really want to be the 88th person out on the course in khakis? If not, then golfknickers.com has your look with a